Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today's Tuesday, January 12th, 2010. Hope you all having a great day, and just going to get right into it. If this is your first time watching this video, you're going to want to click on the link right above it that says if this is your first time visiting the blog, read this first. It's there for a reason because you're going to want to read that, and it has all the rules to the system. Read that, learn it, come back, and these videos will make a lot more sense. Otherwise, you're going to get lost. And those regular viewers out there, welcome back. And I'm not going to waste any more of your time. And as you can see, I have my 15-minute, my 4-hour chart open. And you guys know the drill. We're going to look at our 4-hour chart first. And we're going to look at our trend. So I'm moving back my chart to before midnight so you can see what it looked like. You can see we were in a current uptrend as evident by this last trend change candle on the 8th for an uptrend, and since then we haven't had any new trend change candles. So at the start of our day the trend was up and we were only looking for long trades, and if I move forward through today's action, you can see that the trend remained up, no new trend change candles, the uptrend was still intact, therefore we only look for long trades the entire day. So when there's no trend change candles in the middle of our session, it's pretty easy to find the trend, and today was a case like that, and we just looked for long trades the entire day. So now I'm on my 15-minute chart, and I'm moving this to before midnight, right before we're about to start trading. And of course, the first thing I want to do is look at my news events for the day. So you can just go to babypips.com, click on this tools tab, and automatically pulls up the news events for the day. But just double check to make sure that it is on the correct date, and that this time zone drop down bar is on your correct time zone, so that you have the right time and the right day. Because it has happened to me before where I have looked not on this site but on other sites before, where I don't know if it was my own error or what, but I just was so used to it pulling up the automatic day news events for the day, and I had gotten them wrong, and it was just messed up my trading for that day. So just make sure, because technical errors can happen. So anyways, we're looking for news events that affects either the sterling or the dollar. Here at 4:30 you can see a whole slew of reports for the UK. Again, I'm not really paying attention to them, just making sure that they're important enough to watch out for. And in this case, we do have a few news reports there that make it worthwhile. So we're going to jot that down. 4:30. We don't want to be in the market then. Again, 8:30 trade balance for the US. That's a pretty big deal, so we're going to write that down. 10 a.m. that's not really I know we have a US report there, but this economic optimism isn't that big of a deal. Unless something really crazy is going on, I wouldn't expect much movement out of that. So in this case, I'm not actually even going to write this down, this 10 a.m. report. But 4:30 and 8:30, I am going to write those times down, and that's Eastern time for me. So I'm just going to jot it down, and you can do the same. That's what you want to do, is just write down the news, the time the news are coming out, and set an alert or something, just so that you know not to be in the market at those times. And also, when you're looking for trades, you don't want to jump in a trade right before a news report, because part of our rules is to not be in the markets while a news report comes out. So if you're looking at a possible signal 30 minutes before a news candle, that doesn't really give you much time for your trade to marinate there. So might as well just hold off there. So you just want to jot those times down and make sure you keep an eye on them. So now I have my news events. I know I'm only looking for long trades. I'm ready to begin my day. So now I'm just going to move my chart forward one candle at a time, and hopefully you guys can get in my kind of thinking when it comes to this system. I have traded it for a while, so it would be good to follow me. But if you're following me in other ways of thinking, I wouldn't recommend that, because I am not that smart when it comes to other things. So believe it or not too much intellect is required in trading. Discipline is, I would say, a bigger factor in that case. Alright, so here at 3:45 we get a crossover to the upside. RSI is above 50, stochastics are trending up. MACD has gone from negative to positive. This is a valid entry. However, this candle closes at 4 o'clock, and if you look at your news, your notepad or your alarms or whatever, the news is coming out at 4:30, so that only gives this trade about 30 minutes to move, and that's not that much time. So in this case, I'm not going to take this just because it's right before a news event. So I just simply hold off, knowing that I will have trades in the future. There's never any shortage of trades. And you can see actually 4:30 price does go in our favor. and that happens sometimes. But again, you got to follow the rules, because more often than not they will protect you and give you better chances of winning than this case right here, where we actually were kept out of a potential profit. But that's okay. We're just going to keep looking, because we know there's plenty of signals out there. So again, just looking for a crossover to the upside, and here we get one. This is a crossover. RSI is above 50, stochastic trending up. MACD is negative and gaining value. This is a valid entry. Again, this closes at 10, and if you remember, we did have that report at 10 on our news calendar, but it's not that big of a deal, that report, so I'm not even minding that. So I will go ahead and take this trade. And you want to enter at the close of the candle, or as close to it as possible. In this case, it's 61.55. Your stop's going to be at the most recent swing low, and it's 61.15. And our nearest 0 or 50 level is at 6,200. So it gives us about 45 pips of potential profit. It's a pretty big target there, so that's good with us. And we're just going to let our trade move forward. And again, there is 10:45, 11, and we get close to hitting our target there. And there's 11:45, and then there's noon. So at this point, I know market volume is going to start to die off. I see that our target's not hit. It looks like it's about to plateau. I'm going to hold it on a little bit longer, and I actually stop right here because I see more of the same, just kind of the price hanging on. Remember, after 12, it's really up to your discretion, and I saw that our target wasn't hit. And then we kind of saw this leveling off here, so I went ahead and closed out my trade at 12:30. I got out at 61.72, and just exited. I'm in a profit. You got to think logically. Okay, my target wasn't hit, but it is late in the day. Market volume is down. Our target wasn't hit, and we can see the price is just hovering. So you might as well just go ahead and take your profit. You don't have to get your target hit every time. Rules are bendable. They are there for a reason, but again, you got to use your brain too. So that's kind of my thinking behind that, and it was late in the day, so I went ahead and exited while I still had some profit. And as we speak, it's what, 1:15 as I'm doing this update. So you're still in a profit now, very slight, of course, with the spread. Maybe you're even at break even, but again, it doesn't look like your target's going to get hit. So even if you have to exit at break even, go ahead and do that. I would not recommend holding this longer than 4 p.m. But again, it's up to your discretion. When you feel like you should take out. Some people are more conservative, some are more aggressive, so it's up to you. But then again, that's just my reasoning, and I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from. So that's pretty much it. One small profit off of one trade. If you have any questions, feel free to ask it in the blog. I'll try to answer them as best as I can, or post it in the forums, and I'm sure one of our other users will try to help you out. But the most important thing is to keep at it, stay disciplined, and just hopefully, through repetition and practice, you will get the hang of it. So that's pretty much it. Again, hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all on the next update. Cowabunga, dudes.